All right, hello and everyone, and good morning. I hope y'all are well. My name is Bella Patrick. So I want y'all to think about this question today. Are you an overachiever? And if you are, has it ever backfired on you or set you back in any instance instead of bringing you forward? Maybe this has even led to burnout. The unrealistic standards and expectations that we set upon ourselves sometimes, or that are even set upon us, are just too unrealistic sometimes. And it's only hurting yourself at the end of the day if you cannot keep up with them. And that's perfectly okay if you can't. However, not being honest with yourself is not. I relate to this as well, which is why I'm touching on this concern today. I often find myself wanting things to go my way, to be the best at these things all the time, and to have them done as quick as possible or as soon as possible. But more times than one, this has gone wrong more than actually worked in my favor to accomplish what I wanted. But I say this not to discourage anybody from striving for greatness, but I say this so that you will listen to your body and its limits in reality rather than boosting your ego or just being impatient. Trying to take on too much at once, like the boy in Aesop's fable, The Boy and the Filberts, who grabbed too many nuts and couldn't pull his hand out of the jar, can leave you stuck and frustrated, showing that greed and overloading yourself can prevent success. It's even been said by the Mayo Clinic that chronic stress can lead to health issues, and it's a common saying that it takes years off your life, however true that is. So, I want to connect the struggle with two examples. The first will be the Aesop's fable that I mentioned, The Boy and the Filberts, and I'll explain it to you all. With the next being my own experience that I'm actually navigating my way through still right now, which encouraged me to choose this topic. I find the fable The Boy and the Filberts to fit really well with this topic. The Boy and the Filberts, which I'm retelling to you all from the website Aesop's Fable, retrieved on February 1st, 2025, tells the story of a boy who reaches into a pitcher to grab some filberts, but he grabbed so much that then he couldn't get his hand out. This resembles putting too much weight on yourself without being realistic or just being too stubborn to be honest with yourself. The boy still was unable to get his hand out because he didn't want to give any up and was so bothered by this that he began to cry. But his mother came to him with words of wisdom, saying, "Be satisfied with half the nuts you have taken, and you will easily get your hand out. Then perhaps you may have some more filberts some other time." Overall, the Aesop fable, The Boy and the Filbert, conveys the idea of patience, delayed gratification, and tells the moral that you should not try to attempt too much at once. Hopefully that opened your eyes already, but if not, that's okay because I would like to connect this with a real world example of myself. I've always been a bit of an overachiever, but maybe that's just the only child syndrome in me that makes me feel like I have to meet so many expectations. I've just always been like that. I've always felt like I needed to have the best grades. I got a job earlier than I really needed to, and I'm a manager there at only 16. And right now, I take way too many classes while still wanting to excel in all of them. It's almost as if I'm the boy with his hands stuck in the picture, but I'm too hard-headed to let go of the filbert. But honestly, there's no one to blame for all of that but myself. I was warned by my mother and the administrator who planned my classes that it may just be too much for me and that I have time later to do all those things because I'm only in my junior year and I'm only 16. I struggle to meet deadlines because aside from always being in class or at work, I'm super tired or I just want to do things that I enjoy. I know most people like happy endings, but I'm not perfect, which is why this is a lesson learned for me. But a lesson learned can be a happy ending, to me at least. I'm glad that I at least have the strength to know that what I've gotten myself into is not good for myself and it's pretty draining more than anything. But I will most likely have to drop one of my classes and reattempt it next semester, which I did end up doing. But it's been a really big lesson for me because I knew the risk and I chose to ignore them to have things go my way and maybe just feed into my ego and feel like I had something to prove to others to be able to show that I could do a lot. And I was shown why I shouldn't have. Just like the boy had his mother tell him to let go of some of the weight he was carrying in order for him to be able to get his hand at the pitcher, so did I. My mistake was not listening to that. So unfortunately, my hand is still stuck. But I understand my mistake now. This is why I find the Aesop's fable, The Boy and the Filbert, to relate so well to my story because of the stubbornness that me and the boy share. Although separate situations, they have the same concepts. So, throughout the explanation of the fable and also my own personal experience, I hope you can see the risk of taking on too much, no matter what it is. And again, I don't say this to discourage anybody. I only say this to tell my own experience and possibly touch with others' similar experiences. You know your limits better than anybody else does. So it's up to you to take good care of yourself. So please do. And be honest with yourself and all that you do because it pays off. So thank you for listening. And I'm open to any questions that you may have for you. Thank you.